don't want to do that. Try ça. Jitters.
Je suis obligé là, j'avais 3 personnes en attente sur le stream qui lançaient juste ça.
Ouais.
Il n'y a pas de son parce que j'ai tout fait ça.
Oui.
Là, j'ai mis ça 30 secondes. C'est dès qu'il m'appelle. Ah oui, alors c'est ok, ça fait cut et j'ai 1 minute 30 pour finir.
Oh le délire.
Non mais, c'est gentil mais après, dès que les pubs sont finies, je vous laisse commenter un petit peu.
Ok.
Le temps que c'est chaud, on relance la pub après. Comme tu veux, soit on peut faire là. Dès que j'ai dit stop, on a 1 minute 30 et tu peux remonter. Voilà. Ok, ça roule.
Ah ça marche.
Comme ça, c'est bien parfait. Nickel. Pas stressé, je suis organisé.
And to commentate this match, I will be with Joachim Cheto, who was one of the referees for this tournament. Joachim, hello.
Hello. Hello, Jérôme.
So we have this women's final to start with, between Katy Mailif and Marta Dominguez Fernandez. This should be a close match between two very physical players.
I think so.
And the ref for this match will be Nicolas Barbeau, and Joachim will be you will be on the next match.
Yes, exactly, John.
Then we start in 30 seconds.
So, there we go, and Katy Mailif will be serving.
Katy Mailif in blue shirt and Marta Dominguez in a white shirt.
Reuil Normandie 2022 women's final match. Katy Mailif of England to serve, Marta Dominguez Fernandez of Spain to receive. Best of 5 games, level.
And there we go for this women's final. And that's the first error for Katy Mailif, and Marta Dominguez takes the lead. So Joachim, do you have a prediction for this match? Or?
Really, I don't know.
It should be like a physical match because these two players have shown their physical quality during this tournament.
Katy Mailif is increasing, so we'll see.
Yeah.
That's a good squeeze from Marta Dominguez.
Too love.
Very close from the side wall.
And then 1, 2.
She asked her, no.
No. I was wondering.
Yeah, because she may have asked for a lot, but she just chose not to. Joachim, these are two really young players. Katy is only 18, and Marta is 20, so two promising players on the PSA World Tour. And we should see much more of them in the future.
Second error from
Right side, 3-2.
Fernandez.
So Joachim, did you actually ref them during this tournament? Or?
Yes, I think Fernandez on the first round.
Okay. Against Anna Munoz?
Sorry?
Against the French
Yeah,
woman?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yes, left.
And yesterday,
Right
Katy
side.
Mailif on the semi-final.
Okay.
So first decision from the ref.
Yeah. I mean, Marta and Katy are fair players, so it should be a clean match between these two.
Very good.
And up, 3-all.
So we should explain to the audience, even though this tournament is a World Champ qualifying event, these two players are already actually qualified for the World Championship in Cairo.
4-3.
But that's going to be a very good experience for both players because they are very young and it's very good to for them. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus there will be a lot of PSA points for them. So
5-3.
I mean, even though their rank are like 110 for Katie and 93 for Marta, they will rise up a lot in the next few months.
Good shot from Katie Malif.
And now 4-5.
I mean, she's been really impressive this week.
Yes.
Especially in the quarters against the number one seed. Feruza Bouaki from Egypt. She saved 5 match balls to stay in the match, and then she won the FPF.
Down.
And that's a good squeeze from a...
I saw the Egyptian player after the match, and she was so disappointed by this loss.
Yeah, obviously she came here to get a ticket for the championship. So, yeah.
Down. 6-5.
So Marta's making a few errors.
Yeah, three.
In a row,
Yeah. 3 errors. Do you know, Jerome, if Marta is playing for the Spanish team or not?
Not yet, but obviously she will be playing for the Spanish team in the next European team for sure.
Yeah.
With Cristina Gomez, so they will have a good team.
Good team, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
6-all.
Yep, 6-all. Yeah, we definitely expect a tough match, a really close match today. It's final. Rally from both players.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, really good. Tricky shot from Malif.
And that's 7-6.
That's a good drop from Marta on the first fist pump in this match.
7-all.
We are locked at 7-all in this first game.
Yeah.
Yep. Good drop shot from Marta with taking the lead.
8-7.
So far, very few decisions.
No.
Only one. Or?
Yes, only one, and
Yeah, just when I said that.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Right on cue. It was an obvious stroke for Maelif.
Interference in the previous points, but both players seems to wish to play every ball, so that's
which
good.
Is good,
Yeah, that's good for squash.
Just when I said that, we have two decisions, but obvious strokes for Maelif, who now goes in front at 9-8. Sorry. That's a good length from Marta Dominguez.
And out 9-all.
9-all.
Volley drop from Maelif.
And out 10-9.
And
Game
she's
ball.
the first one to get a game ball.
Fernandez knows that she has no chance to have anything from the ref on this point.
Defense from Marta. And that's a stroke from Maelif, and she takes the lead.
11
11
Maelif.
rounds.
Maelif
Unfortunately
leads 1
for
game to love.
Yeah.
Dominguez Fernandez.
So Joachim, we are back in Val de Reuil for this women's final, and Katie Maelif took the lead in the first game 11-9. She got a few strokes
At the end?
Yeah, that made the difference.
Time.
I think she has like 3 strokes in the final.
That made a big difference in the end of the game, and she's now 1 game to love down the Spanish player.
Maelif leads 1 game to love. Love all.
So let's start for that second game.
Same strokes for and this once again pretty obvious.
I think it is, if you want to point, this is not a stroke because Katim Alif took that ball, so...
Yeah, you want to be picky, okay.
No.
Mr. Referee. But you're right, it wasn't a stroke.
But it was, yes, a stroke situation,
yeah.
indeed, yes, sure.
Yeah, once again, a good length from Maelif.
She's powerful, Katim Alif.
Yeah, such a young player, she looks like some good, some great physical abilities.
And she's very mad in her game plan and for such a young player.
That's indeed, yeah.
Wow.
That was some good work from Yes, who was back in the score at 2-all. Yeah, we did expect a close match, and so far it's delivered in this women's final.
3-2. Yes, lad. She could have played. She could have played it.
I think Marta was a bit surprised by the decision, but probably the fair one.
I think she was expecting more knowledge than yes,
I think the ball was pretty high, which is why Nicolas to the left.
Wow.
Right side, 4-2.
Good volley from Katie.
So, I know you know everything, so do you
Not
know
everything.
Yes, a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do you know how the qualifiers will enter the final championship tournament? Will they play the first ranking player, or do you have an idea?
No, I don't think so, because I think there are only 16.
Okay.
So basically, they could play each other in the first round.
Okay.
So it's a good chance to make the second round. No, I mean, playing in Cairo will definitely be a great opportunity for both of them.
Very good shot. Oh yes.
Once again,
Oh yes.
good defense from Maelif, and she finishes. Really good rally from both. And Marta Dominguez is making a move at 5-3.
Triple out from Dominguez on the left side, right side, and out of the court. So this is hand out 4-5. Katim Alif to serve.
Yeah, from Katim Alif.
5-all. 6-5.
Yeah, probably a fair outcome for this.
So she played a tricky shot, but Malif saw the trick shot and was ready to play.
Once again, a powerful volley from Meilif, and she
7-5.
takes the lead now, 7-5.
So Jerome, we had a lot of surprise in this tournament because a lot of the best ranked player went out on the second round, and
Yeah, but I mean, it's not really such a surprise because in the men's, the draw was really strong. So yeah, the seed had tough draws. I mean, for example, Reuil will play in the finals. He's only ranked 140 in the world, but we all know he's actually much better than that. So
8-5.
and even though Katie, I mean, beat the number one. So yes, there was some upsets, but not really a big surprise in this tournament. So Meilif is the second game. She was 5-3 down a few minutes ago, and she now scored 7 points in a row to have 5 game balls and go 2 up in this final.
yes, I think that was an add up.
Possibly, but
Yeah,
Meilif
Katy
didn't,
Malif. Yeah, Katy Malif told the ref. This was an add up.
Okay.
Yeah, very fair.
Anyway, saves 1 game ball. And that's
I think she
let.
could have played that again. The ball is high.
I think Marta was expecting a no let,
Right
but
side, game ball.
she will need to start all over again, and she still needs to save 4 game balls.
4 games.
Yeah,
Four
yeah.
more. Yeah.
And that's a good drop from the backhand side, and she saves another game ball.
Yeah.
7-10.
Could she come back in this game?
It's gonna be difficult, but we never know. So.
Down.
And that's another one.
Game
She's
ball.
back in at 8-10.
Drop. 11-8 again.
And Meilif takes the second game, and she's now 2-love up in this women's final. So we are back, Joachim, in this PSA Val d'Or Normandie women's final, and Katie Mayleaf is now 1 game away from clinching her first PSA title. She was in trouble in this second game, but she came back to win it. And now it's going to be a really tough task for Marta to come back in the match.
So let's see if Marta Dominguez Fernandez will be able to recover from 2 games down.
What a defense from Mayleaf, but
yes,
it's not enough.
Exactly,
and
she's very strong in defense. She can run everywhere.
And even when you think it's a winning point, it's not real result. That's a good ball from Marta. So Joachim, let's not forget that Marta was also 2 games down in the quarterfinals against Katerina Tikova from Germany.
That's correct.
And she came back, so.
That's correct.
And also she was 7-2 down in 5th. And she still managed to come back.
You know all the data, Jérôme.
I mean, it was only 2 days ago, you know. So.
Oh.
So Joachim, you'll be refereeing the next match, the men's final.
Yes, exactly.
Reuil and Vargas,
yeah.
and it should be a very long match. So how do you prepare for a match?
The fact is, there is many ways to practice for that match. Friday was very long day for refereeing. Yeah, and we start like 10 a.m. in the morning for the first session, and it ended like a non-stop session until 3 p.m. So that was a long. And Nicola was appointed for the women's semi-final. I will do the men's final. I don't know Vargas because I did not ref Vargas for the previous matches. I ref Leandro Romiglio, which is very good player, very good one.
I mean, these two are really physical, so you should definitely expect a long one, Joachim.
Yes, I know. Yesterday, semi-final with Charlie Lee was a very long match. Especially the first game.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe people don't realize how long it is for a referee to be in a 30-minute game, you know.
Yeah, because you have to stay focused, and it can be difficult for sometimes.
So back to the match, and Marta Dominguez, like in the second game, is taking the lead.
That's a stroke decision
for
Dominguez. 6-2.
Yeah. So can Mayleaf do like in the previous game and get back to the score?
Very
That's a good drop here from
Yep.
Marta. And she's now 7-2 up.
7-2.
And we saw that on that point that Malif may ask for lead from the ref, and she didn't. She wanted to play squash and just win the points.
Yeah, I think Malif may maybe may give up on this
Yes,
game and recharge her.
I think so.
But that's an error from Marta. She's a bit upset with herself.
Oh, second error.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea to give some points to Malif now.
And that's a very good boss from Malif, who's now back.
5-8,
5-8,
yeah.
5-8.
She was 2-8 down in like a few seconds ago, but she's back now. Yeah, Malif chose to go for like a really powerful shot, but lost some accuracy, so it was a stroke from Dominguez.
Oh,
Another error from Marta. Yeah, she knows she can't make these mistakes right now.
this could make the difference
Yeah,
in the third game. So.
And that's a good drop here. Yeah. A really big point for her. She really needed to win this one. And Marta Dominguez is now back in the match. She wins this game 11-6. And Katie Malif leads 2 games to 1. And we are back in Val de Reuil for the women's final. And Marta Dominguez, Joachim, is now back in the match. Katie Malif leads 2 games to 1. Can the Spanish lady come back like she did in the quarterfinals against Tikova?
Some predicted 5 setters.
Some, yeah.
Yeah, some.
Let's see if they're right. Marta Dominguez to serve in this 4th game.
Out. Yeah, sure. 100%. Ready. And now, 1 love.
Yeah, trickle balls from Maelif.
Very good.
Good start from her. Maelif makes a good start in this third game. She's already 3 love up. Which means Marta really needs to get going quickly in this fourth game.
So Jérôme, what will be your next tournament?
You mean for me? Huh?
Yeah, sure. Not as a player.
Obviously not.
4 love.
What do you expect next tournament?
Maybe a few national tournaments in Paris in April, but I don't have any PSA planned for now.
Okay.
How about you, Joachim? When your next?
Yes, there will be a French national in my city in 2 weeks,
That's true. Yeah.
and I will be in Slovenia for the ETC Division 3 in April.
And the ball is
Right
out.
side.
Katie Maelif is really making a move here.
Leading 5 love.
Yeah.
5 love.
Yeah, she really took a space here.
Yes.
She was right also.
And now
Sure.
1-5.
And she went for a drop and it went in. And she's now back at 1-5. She knows it's now or never for her.
Good up.
That's once again a very good
Now
both from Maelif.
6-1.
And the English girl is getting closer to the finishing line.
Yeah, Marta seems like she seems a bit disappointed by this fourth game.
Just let. She cleared fast.
Yeah, I think Maelif was on
6-1 right side.
Yes, but that's a classic late situation now.
Yes, let. 6-1 right side.
So that's another let, Joachim, in this match. Still 6-1 for Maelif.
Down. And there, 2-6.
Yeah, she was in control of this rally, but made an error on this backhand volley. There is still some hope for the Spanish player. That's a really good flick from Maelif.
And there,
Marta was
7-2.
wrong-footed on this one. Really good drop from
And there, 3-7.
Marta. She's really fighting here. 7-3. And Marta Dominguez is now back
4-7.
in the match at 4-7.
It's gonna be difficult for Marta now.
And now 8-4.
Yeah, Katie is getting really close to winning her first title on the PSA Tour. Only 3 points away now. And that's 2 now.
Again.
Yeah, yeah.
What a bust again.
Yeah, the boss really works for her in this
Oh,
match.
yes.
Yeah.
9-4. Stroke to Fernandez. And out 5-9.
And Katie Mallet moves to 10-5. And she now
And out 10-5.
5 match
Match
balls
ball.
to win this tournament and her first PSA title. She's now really close to this big achievement for her.
Good up.
So she wins once
The,
again,
the winning bust.
And
Again,
Katie,
yeah, very good.
Congratulations to her. A well-deserved title in Val de Reuil. A really
You
good
deserve
final.
it.
And Joachim, I'll leave you prepare for the men's
Yeah,
match now.
thank you, Jerome.
Yeah. In a few minutes, we'll have Leandro Romiglio against Juan Camilo Vargas. So there we are, the final match of this PSA Val de Reuil Normandie tournament 2022. And this promises to be a great match between these two South American. Two really physical players. It's really hard to predict who's going to win this one.
Val de Reuil Normandie PSA Squash
So the
Tournament.
men's final is about to start in this PSA Val de Reuil Normandie 2022,
Final match.
which is a PSA World Championship Qualifier, so obviously a lot at stake for this match. These two players have never made the main draw in the World Championship, so it's a big opportunity for both of them. So we can expect a big battle between these two physical players. And Vargas is first to serve. Vargas in white and Reuil in blue. Yesterday, Reuil's first game against Charlie Lee was 30 minutes long, so we can also expect a really long opener in this final. They will definitely try to test each other in the first few rallies. And the referee for this match, is Joachim from France. And I welcome Matt Kroll from the PSA media team. Matt, good afternoon.
Pleasure to be here.
Yep.
Just an incredible women's final.
Yeah.
And this one looks like we could go on for a long time.
Yeah, I was just saying that Leandro's first game yesterday against Charlie was 30 minutes long, so we can also expect a very long opener in this final.
Yeah, it's how he plays, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's got that natural fitness, his facial expression never changes whether he's tired or not. Yeah. He always looks like he's just come freshly ready out of the car, ready to play. You know.
Very laid-back character.
Exactly. Yeah. But of course they're good friends as well, so this will be they'll know each other's games. And that we should be in for a really good contest here.
Yeah, because even though they are from South America, they both live in Prague and train together. So obviously know each other very well.
That's probably where Leandro's got so fit, having trained with Gregory Gauthier for some years now.
And a few others.
Yeah.
Actually, Leandro moved to Prague a few months ago. Yeah, and Juan Camilo has been living in Prague for a few years.
Yeah, there's a group of them in there, along with England's Robert Downer as well, who's over there. Also a group of good young Czech players as well that are obviously going to really get the help of Greg's coaching and influence as well. So over there.
Definitely a new squash hub in Prague, which is good to see.
Yeah, and of course that squash club itself has hosted several events on the Challenger Tour over the last 12 months, which of course has been really useful for players in that region, especially with the COVID rules and regulations and so on.
And actually, Leandro and Juan Camilo shared a room in Val de Reuil, so
Yeah, you always have good friends on court. I mean, we saw the
that's a big collision, but I think no harm for Leandro.
Say good friends. He's been taken out.
Good friend.
No hard feelings here.
Exactly. I was just about to say, of course, we had Temba and Loamba, the two brothers from New Zealand. They played against each other earlier in the week, and they came off court in fact, they stayed on court to have a chat about their match before even coming off court. You know, so it's good to see that camaraderie, and of course these two players have that, and it should be like I said, a good clean and a good and a long but high quality encounter here.
So of course, Matt, this is not only like a simple PSA final. There is also a big bonus at stake for this two players, the PSA World Championships qualifying spots.
Of course, yeah, and these two they're sort of just outside that ranking. I think Juan is mid-70s in the world, and Leandro, having not played for a bit during the COVID era with injuries and stuff, so he's outside the top 100. So this is a really good opportunity for both players to get into that World Championships draw of 64 players in Cairo in just 6 or 8 weeks' time as well.
Yeah, because there are some big points, you know, in this competition, so it will be a boost for their ranking.
Oh, most certainly, yeah. It's not just a boost for winning this as a 5K event, but the boost of even if they were to lose first round, the World Champs, the boost of points there is going to be huge.
Yeah, so they will definitely battle till the bitter end to the, no doubt about that.
Without doubt. And of course this is the second of 4 qualifying events for the World Championships, you know. We saw Katie, of course, who's just won earlier, make the final in Odense. And we're off to Birmingham in a few weeks' time for the third qualifier, and that should promises to be another good event as well. It's a very strong draw for a Challenger 5 level event, as this has been this week, and there'll be some high quality spots.
Yeah, it's not like a regular 5K.
Exactly, the option of the that bonus of the World Championships place, as we say, just makes the draw so much stronger for a Challenger 5. That's a lovely shot. Yeah, that's a lovely shot there.
2-1.
You see 5 minutes in, and we've only had 3 points. You know,
we're definitely in for a battle.
Yes,
especially in the first game.
That's what Leandro likes to do. He's very in that sort of Paul Cole, Joel Makin sort of mould, in that he wants to extend the first game as much as possible.
And out 2-0.
Like that out of Juan, and obviously, you know, like we say, both players know where their strengths and weaknesses lie, having trained together. And
there won't be any surprise to them.
Exactly. So that will play into Leandro's hands. He'll know the level of fitness that Juan has. But Juan will also know, you know, where Leandro's strengths and weaknesses lie. So it's going to be a good tactical battle to see who will come out on top.
Really good length from Vargas.
Yeah, and that's something we saw yesterday as well during the semi-finals. If you get
a
good diving length to the back of the court, it is very difficult.
Yeah, that's what all players have told me this week.
As you mentioned, that we could be in for a long match. They met twice before on tour. Leandro's won both. But their last match, it did go to 5. It did last way over an hour. So we could be in line for something of the same here.
And you know, this week Leandro was often down in the score and didn't panic at all.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's played at least 1, if not 2, 5 games already, I think, this week.
He played 1 against Timothy Brownell. He was 2 left down and didn't panic, and ended up in control of the match. So. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be unfazed when he goes down in score.
No. And of course, Juan obviously played 5 games yesterday, but it was only 45 minutes. It won't have taken much out of him. It was quite a strange contest, semi-final against Finland's Henrik Mustonen. Henrik went off to a really fast start, but he just seemed to struggle with, I believe it was something to do with his right leg, and he was struggling to push off. And as he said to me after the match, that's pretty much the majority of his game is trying to push out from that right leg, and once he does that, he's not got much left. Juan, of course, was able to exploit that yesterday, and hence why we've got an all South American final today.
Indeed. So we could have a few Bamos during this match.
Certainly.
At some key moments.
Exactly. We had a few early with Marta as well on court, so there's very much a possibility for that.
Yeah.
Really well constructed. Really well constructed. They're just moving the Colombian around the court,
And out 3-all.
getting him into the right position, and then Remilio's able to finish that one off with a nice little forehand flick. And we're level at 3-all, 6 points in 8 minutes here. We keep mentioning it, but
it will be a 20-minute plus game for sure.
Stick with us, folks. This will be a long one. Of course, we've seen some long matches over the course of the week, and not just here, but in both Cairo and Canary Wharf as well. I struggle to believe this will go to 127 minutes, like
probably not.
Mustafa Sal and Diego Elias.
Yeah.
Not with shots like that. That was incredible quality from Vargas. Incredible shot.
Long rally here, Matt, at 4-3 for Vargas.
Yeah, we talked about that dying length earlier. Vargas is really trying to, of course, as I say that, he lets the ball hit the back wall, but he's really trying to get up and volley.
It's a good volley drop from Leandro.
But yeah, again, Remilio just has that quality, of course. His world
And
ranking
out
of 130
4-all.
really doesn't reflect the level of quality he has. He won a Challenger 10 event late last year, unseeded as well, and he's good done the same here.
And actually, Matt, Leandro was not in the draw a few days ago.
Yes,
he came really late,
which
is amazing.
Yeah, he said that. He said he couldn't believe that he was in this position. After, not even being in the. I think it was 2 days before he actually got the call to say, you are the next reserve.
Actually, I think he played in the French league the weekend before, so he probably stayed in France, just in case.
You might say that was good planning.
Yeah, for sure. Once again, a long and testing rally from both players.
Stroke to Romiglio.
That's going to end with a stroke.
Yeah,
probably the fair outcome.
Vargas thinks he was able to clear enough there, but for me, Leandro was ready to play that ball quite early.
Yeah, he was.
Perhaps this won't be the last time we see the court clean. Both men do sweat quite profusely. We see Leandro obviously go through several shirts during a match, but especially it's warm on there today as well.
It is,
warm. It's warmer outside than it has been all week.
True.
It's been a lovely week actually here in France, as it was in Odense. Maybe it's a sign for the World Champs qualifiers. It's,
So Matt, will the PSA SquashTV cover the next event in Birmingham?
We believe so, yes.
Yeah.
So the few rounds up to the quarterfinals are being held at the university itself. But the semi-finals and finals will be played at Birmingham New Street Station, and courts being erected there as a sort of precursor to the Commonwealth Games, of course, which will take place in Birmingham in the summer.
Sure.
So there'll be there's a lot of sort of, you know, schools are coming down during the week, and there's going to be corporate stuff as well.
6-4.
With it being in a station, you know, as we see at Grand Central Terminal and at Union Station for the World Championships a couple of years ago in Chicago, it really does, you know, put squash a little bit more out there, because Birmingham New Street is one of the busiest stations in the UK. Is it? Okay. Yeah, and so there'll be a lot of footfall going around that, and obviously, hopefully, that can, you know, bring even more players, more people into the sport. But yeah, so we're hoping that SquashTV will be able to cover the semi-finals and finals from the glass court, which will be great to see, and obviously the next 2 spots for the World Championships up for grabs.
Yep.
And of course that comes in the weekend in between the British Open, of course, which takes place.
Yeah, it's a busy schedule these days.
Yeah. And then it's the silver level Open after that, so it's a busy period.
Yeah.
Now the ball was coming back to you.
Yes,
You can't get enough. You can't get enough of it right now.
7-4.
Yeah, there's a strong draw, you know, as well. I'm looking on the screen.
The fact is, you're not moving the right way.
Yeah, Richie's he's struggled a bit of late. I know he had.
But he will be a contender for this one. Yeah.
Yeah, he had COVID at one point, and seemed to struggle with
7-4.
The after effects of that for a while, and hasn't really regained his fitness up to recently. But it would be interesting to see how he does.
Yeah.
Of course, and Balash is in that draw in the men's draw, already guaranteed his
and
place.
Jolie as well.
Well, yeah, and Jolie, of course, a high quality player as well. You know, made it to the second round of the Octave Championships.
Yeah, it will be another great event for sure.
Exactly. And positives, just looking through that draw, there's so many nationalities as well. Which is great to see.
We love to see that. Yeah. And the women was also very strong.
Yeah, I mean, Nora Makarim just won the Challenger 20 in Karachi. I think she was number 8 seed. She came through to win that. But yeah, again, it's just good to see, like I said, so many nationalities.
8-4, right box.
You've got a lot of English representation, with the tournament being in Birmingham, but a lot of other players, you know, Satomi Watanabe, we've seen how good she can be over the years, and played very well here. Katie Wells played well here as well, so did Emilia Corfinen, so 2 strong draws.
So back to the match with Leandro making a move here in the first game.
Yeah, he's like we said, he's put that work into the plan early on, and maybe it seems to be paying off. We've hit the 15-minute mark in this first game. It's framed there. We've just managed to get that up. But Juan really does need a big push now if he is going to stay in this first game. Again, but a very good lob to get out of the trouble.
Yeah, Leandro is very good to reset the rallies.
Very good. Again, in that sort of
and then you
Paul Cole, Joel making sort of mould just to get the ball back into play. And
9-4.
Again, it's forced the error out of Vargas, and Juan just simply, I don't think he can't afford to do that in a match like this, because Leandro will just keep the rallies going, and it will be a lengthy contest, and it will be a test of both physical and mental stamina as well.
Out.
And Leandro Omiglio gets 6 game balls in this final. He's well in control, Massive.
Right box,
very well
10-4 game ball.
He's been pretty much on top from the. In fact, I think it was
4 all.
Yeah,
it was.
A couple of sort of mistimed errors from Juan just gave Leandro the maybe that little bit of confidence he needed to then just push on, keep those rallies moving, as we say. And 6 opportunities there for the Argentinian to take the first game.
That's a good choice from Juan not to ask for that and to go for the ghost.
Hand out,
Leandro maybe thought he
5-10,
was
handball.
Yeah.
Fired in a nice post there, but he's going to need to do more of that if he's going to stand a chance of getting back into this contest. Yeah, and again, I think, as we mentioned earlier, with both players knowing each other's games so well that they're kind of able to read what the other's going to do, and that's probably why the rally, another reason as to why the rally has been a bit longer,
And this one is actually the longest one after the match.
But it's been high quality.
Yeah.
Again, you know, it's not the...
Oof, what a finish.
Oh, what a way to finish.
Level 5.
Simple as that, as we start talking, that's it. Call it done.
Reuil leads
So
1 game
Leandro
to love.
Reuil takes the first game. Is 1 game to love up in this final. And we are back, Matt, in this men's final of the PSA Reuil Normandie 2022 with Leandro Reuil getting the first game.
Yeah, we mentioned straight away that we knew it would be a long first game. 20 minutes it was. And Juan back on court first here. He's going to... He just needs to up his game slightly. He's not playing badly, but Leandro's just moving him around enough to put him off balance slightly. And if he continues to do that,
it's funny because
sounds so easy.
You know, yesterday in the semi-finals, Leandro actually coached Juan. But I don't think today we'll actually have coached him.
I was actually speaking to Marta after the women's final. You know, I said to her,
Reuil leads 1 game to love.
They've travelled over together.
Yeah.
Along with Ivan Perez and Robert Downey joined them as well. I said to her, whose side are you on for this one? And her words, she didn't say anything.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
just sort of gave me a look of, I'm not saying anything. Simple as that.
Fair enough. So there you go, second game between Reuil and Vargas in this final. And let's see if Juan actually changes something in his tactics. And that's a rare error from Leandro.
Yeah, it was a poor one as well. It was middle of the tin. It wasn't even, it wasn't close.
Just mistimed his shot.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll be too worried by that because it was a long rally again. And I think the more work he puts into the Vargas' legs.
And there you go. Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah.
I think we might see a little bit more of that if Juan starts to tire. He might start trying to guess it just a little bit more if Leandro's in that similar position.
Actually, yesterday in the semi-finals, Leandro was really patient in the first game, and then he went for his shots a lot more in the...
Yeah, even though we lost that first game
Yeah,
against
he wasn't worried, yeah.
No, exactly. And he came out firing, and obviously the work that he put in got into Charlie's legs towards the end. Charlie himself said he started cramping up.
I guess it's a good plan when you know you can hold on for like 17 minutes or plus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we keep saying, along the lines of Paul and Joel, plays that can just keep. I think Leandro could play for. We could be here all day. He just wouldn't get tired.
He could anyway.
Yeah. You'd like to think it won't be all day. You'd like as good as the squash is.
Very good both from Leandro.
We get a good pickup from Juan, and then the rally resets again, and we're still going.
Yeah, this time he doesn't miss it.
Yeah.
He went for the backhand drop and got the award. 2-1 up.
You give him enough of those opportunities, and he will take them. As you said, his world ranking does not reflect the level he has as a player. He's very much even possibly top 50.
Yeah, I was going to say he plays
level
that.
player.
And we'll definitely see more of him in the next few months, for sure.
Yeah, without doubt.
Actually, it's good to see another country like in PSA.
Yeah, without doubt. And of course, with the likes of Alex and Balash winning in Odense, two nationalities, South Africa
that's great.
and Hungary, of course. You don't see on the PSA World Tour that often.
Yeah, that was a clear stroke from Leandro.
Yeah, ball just hit the side wall before it hit the front wall, and that allowed it to come out into the middle. But yeah, and also it's two South Americans, obviously. We've got Diego and Miguel. And Juan, obviously, the Colombian number 2 behind after Miguel.
Sure.
There's a couple of other Colombians that are pushing. Ronald Palomino is into the top 100 now as well. And I believe Leandro is the Argentinian number 1.
He must be.
And you would think in a tournament like this, I think he made the quarterfinals in Odense.
Yeah, I mean,
help push
his ranking will go up a lot in the next.
Surely push him towards the top 100.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
4-3.
And of course, a possible place at the World Championships will also boost that ranking.
Yeah, we can expect him to rise a lot in June then.
if he makes it there, of course.
Of course.
We could see a Juan started the second game very well because he was in this position in the first game before Leandro was able to push on in the middle part of it and get Juan moving around the court a bit more.
That was a really good attack from Leandro on the backhand side. And he's back to fall.
There we go. We're going in the first game. Leandro won the next 6 points.
So let's see what happens now.
And Juan will know that he'll have that in the back of his mind as well.
Yeah, so Juan might want to shorten the rallies now.
Every chance that he's good enough to finish off loose balls if Leandro, but that's only if Leandro gives him loose.
Yeah.
Gives him loose. As you see this tight play up the backhand side. Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Leandro could be there all day doing that. He's more than comfortable.
There you go.
Good service, please.
5-4 to Leandro Romeglio in this women's final in court service. As you said, Matt, both players are sweating profusely, so that's a much needed break for.
Yeah, and of course, you know, some may see it as a tactical ploy to get it, but it's for the safety of the players.
Yeah,
of course. You know, we want this final to go on long and for it to be a high quality affair, which it has been so far.
Yeah, of course.
Both players are playing at a very, very strong level. And of course, as we keep mentioning, it's a very strong draw for you know, a Challenger 5 level.
It is, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And actually, most seeds went out in the earlier rounds.
Yeah, second round.
Yeah. Which wasn't really a surprise because, I mean, it's such a strong draw, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Between, you know, sort of 70 and 100 to 110.
Yeah.
The level of squash is so close.
Yeah.
One good result and you can move up 20 places, a couple of bad weeks and move down 20 places. You know, you make it into that top 100, your spot is not guaranteed for the next month.
Yeah.
It's just, you know.
Once again, Leandro is going for his favorite back and drop, and it pays off.
Yeah, exactly. We saw, you know, he hit the tin on the very first point of this rally, but since then it's been exquisitely played. And the plan just not quite able to get. There's just enough spin on the ball, you know. And you know, it's critical for a 2-point lead again.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Matt, the same scenarios in the first game, basically 4, and then Leandro makes his move.
Just about enough space. The ball did come quite quickly after that, Leandro. It would have been tough to he obviously doesn't want to drill the ball straight into his good friend and training partner there.
Yeah, Ryan is really trying to stick in the game. He knows how big it is,
Exactly. Yeah. You do feel if he goes too low down, then it would be a massive task to go back.
Great rally from Juan.
Yeah, I mean,
He really made Leandro work a lot.
Yeah, it was incredible movement from the Argentine, especially there was a couple of lovely backhand drops into the front left corner that he was able to get back, but a cross-court drive was just one step too far.
That's a rare and costly error from Leandro.
7-all.
Yeah, Juan went for the big shot there into trying to hit the nick.
Didn't get it.
No, didn't get it, but he's won the point. That's really what matters,
Back to 7-all.
Yeah.
That is really a crucial moment in the match, for sure.
Might well be. If Juan's like we say, if Juan's able to go on and take this, then the outcome of this match a lot easier for the Colombian.
That's a no-let from the referee. Juan Vargas is a bit disappointed. He's gonna go and discuss with the ref. I guess the ref shows the ball too short, man. Maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe there was a line behind Leandro that he maybe could have gone round. But of course, you said it was a crucial point in the game.
Which is why he's arguing right now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he knows how big it is.
Not so much arguing.
No, I'm not arguing, but
debating maybe.
Yeah. Sorry. Poor choice of words.
Yeah. Juan obviously trying to point out there that he thought the ball was quite high, but the referee didn't see it that way. That's sometimes the case that the referee doesn't always get it right, but maybe Juan's just lost some concentration there because of it, and
he's now 7-9 down after all this work to get back in the game.
Yeah, he's going to get another big push.
Yeah.
Or he's going to be 2 games down.
And once again, a really nice back and drop from Leandro.
Yeah, right onto the side wall as well. Really tight work.
And he finds himself 10-7 down, 10-7 up, sorry.
3 game balls.
Yeah.
And a quicker second game, so there's 14 minutes on the clock.
There you go. Leandro Romiglio gets a stroke and is now 2 games up in this men's final.
back here for the third game of this men's final between Colombia's Juan Camilo Vargas, the number 3 seed for the Val de Reuil Normandie, and Argentinian number 1 Leandro Remilio, who was unseeded for the tournament. It's not the first time he's done this, as we said earlier. He won a Challenger 10 level tournament in the midpoint of last year, despite being unseeded. And of course, we saw the women's final earlier, which saw Marta Fernandez and England's Katie Malley play out a really good match, just over 40 minutes of squash. Jerome, it was a great performance by Katie early to take her first title on tour.
Yeah, definitely one to watch for the future. Yeah.
Oh, without doubt. And of course, speaking to Marta as well earlier on, she said, you know, that Spain have got a really, really strong team looking ahead to the European Team Championship.
With Cristina Gomez herself.
Exactly, and Sofia Mateo.
Yeah.
But back to this one, and of course, we mentioned that Leandro wanted to take this game longer, and we just hit the 40-minute mark now with the first point of the third game, and he's just going to keep this relentless sort of power game going and keep Juan moving around the court. And the more he does that, the higher and higher his chances are to win this in 3 as well.
And obviously, you know, Juan knows how fit Leandro is, so mentally he's going to, you know, get better. Yeah.
Might see Juan start to free his arms a little bit and try and take some shots, as he did on the first point, but it just gets in.
Actually, Matt, Juan will be going to Bermuda for the last qualifying game, and so he will have one more chance. I mean, even if he loses in this one.
We'd all love to go to Bermuda, I'm sure. I mean, of course, the draw. I don't think the entrance haven't closed for that yet. I think they closed on Tuesday, so there could be a few more entrants into that. But it's, I believe Bermuda is the same week as the Tournament of Champions in New York as well. So of course, but obviously with that being knocked down to just a 24 draw as a gold level tournament, there's more space. And I think Jasmine Hutton is the top seed for the women. And of course, you know, she's very much going to make the World Champs, you would think, on her ranking. So there's good opportunities there for the likes of Karina Tim, Poland, Georgia Adley, Scotland, both who won their first titles last year on tour.
Will be a good event to follow, definitely.
Yeah. If only we could go enjoy the sandy beaches of Bermuda while we were there. Oh, that's tight. That's tight from Leandro. It's that backhand side has really been a key to this game so far.
Yeah, very impressive from the Argentinian on this side of the court. And Juan makes a mistake on the burst.
Another brutal rally though. Another brutal rally, and Leandro just continues to pile that pressure on the Colombian.
Yeah, he's getting closer definitely from the finishing line.
And we've said it all match that Juan can't afford to make those mistakes, because Leandro will punish him in the end. Has done so far already.
Leandro must have made like 2 or 3 unforced errors in this match. And there we go.
Of course.
Of course, yeah.
On cue, there's the next one. Yeah. That's
his favourite shot.
Yeah.
Of course.
But it's one he sees. You know, it's hit and worked probably 80% of the time so far. He's only made a couple of errors on that backhand drop. And there you go, 2 errors in a row.
Yeah.
3-all.
Anything we say, it seems to work the other way. Down this backhand side.
That was an amazing low kill from Vargas.
Sheer power and finally found the right spot for that. We saw Saskia Beinhard do that several times.
She was impressive
in a semi-final
yesterday.
Yeah. And it's a spot that seems to work, especially on this court as well. This court seems to take that shot really nicely. You can see Leandro now trying to up the pace a little bit. He knows that the finishing line is in sight. If he can put one more big push into Juan's legs.
That was really good flick from Leandro.
Yes, lad. 4-3.
But Juan was able to get back into position and play that shot. And
with his quick feet.
Yeah, just a little bit of interference there, just a simple let ball. Probably a let ball Leandro won't be too disappointed with, is it? Because he puts more work into the legs.
For sure.
Colombian.
Yeah, Juan's movement looked a bit laboured here.
Yeah, he just seemed to, if he ran through that, you know, there was no lunge. He just continued to run through that into the wall, tried to push himself.
And once again, we are at 4-all in the game.
I mean, it's, you could have written this script there for every game. Now, the second game, Juan was better at this point, and he was able to keep Leandro maybe slightly more behind him on the tee. But again, the Argentinian was able to, you know, get the game in the end. And he learned from that and stay in this contest.
It's a very good drop from Juan.
Starting to take it in short a little bit more. He maybe senses the urgency that he needs to win some points and quickly. But Leandro again just happy to. I say that, it was a terrible drop shot in that front left corner. Very high from the Argentinian, and Vargas gets a small lead and one he has to look to keep. As obvious as that sounds. Again, putting the ball in short, making Leandro work, and that again,
shot.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And that's what he needs to do if he's going to stay in this match. 2-point lead now for the Colombian. Just takes a moment to compose himself. He knows this is a crucial stage in this third game.
Yeah, Juan is really taking the game to Leandro now.
Probably realised he was maybe a little bit passive in the first 2 games. But let Leandro, you know, put the work into him. But it's working. He keeps taking it in short, but with quality, like he has done over the last few points.
Yes, chance, yeah.
very good at that lob, as we've seen again there, just to reset the rally.
Good exchange on the left wall.
Both players able to play drop, counter drop in that front left corner.
What a rally.
Great work from Juan again and Leandro. But then Leandro just is able to find a way to win the point, and that's been the key so far in this match. He's able to battle back from being what looks like under so much pressure in rallies to then be able to just hit that winning shot. Now the 50-minute mark for this contest. It's been 50 minutes of very good quality squash. Very entertaining.
For sure, Matt. It's been a great final so far. What a flick from Leandro, and he's back to 6-all.
And again, it's that front left corner.
6-all.
On that backhand, he's played several.
Yeah, really a strong side for him.
Yeah, several lovely drops in straight.
Yeah.
That one just a little flick. And Vargas just the legs just not working the way he wanted to. As I say, back to 6-all. We've been in this position already in this match before.
He's really batting for his life.
Yeah, so Leandro's back on top again.
Yeah.
Great work on his left-hand wall.
Nice volley from Juan. Ooh, that's a nice burst. Brilliant shot.
Just
Yeah, he knows.
about shoulder height on the volley. It was just lovely.
Right box.
Again.
He knows that was a big point for him.
Yeah. Juan just going
7-6.
to take a moment just to regroup.
Yeah.
He knows he's not out of this yet.
7-6.
But he does need one more big push, especially to stay in this third game. Of course, as we mentioned before, it's not just a 5k title on the line.
Stroke to Vargas.
He has to play.
Yeah,
That
he
was a
was
bit
ready to
strong.
play.
He'll take it.
It was a lucky frame to start with.
yeah.
No,
It's a lucky frame to start with.
He'll take it all day long.
A point at this stage of the match. And as I was saying, with a place at the World Championships on the line for the winner.
Yeah, absolutely huge for both of them.
You know, the tournament itself, the title, is big. Arguably, the place at the World Championships is worth more for the for the long run.
Yeah, with the biggest prize money in squash history as well. Yeah. $1,001,000.
I wouldn't mind a bit of that. I wouldn't mind a bit of that.
Yeah.
And of course, not just that, but a huge amount of ranking points. And of course, the opportunity to be in and around the world events.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Which will be a first for most of them actually. They never played in the World Champion main draw, so.
And of course, with it being a 64 draw, there is the possibility that you could play a Paul Coll or an Ali Farag in the opening round of the competition.
Yeah.
and even if you were to lose that, which you would probably expect them to, that experience is incredible, especially for Leandro, who's just over 30, 31 now.
Yeah.
But Juan,
8-7
he's
left
making
box.
his move. He's making his moves, won the last 2 points.
He's not giving up.
Coming up towards an hour now.
Yeah, we'll be upset with this one.
Hand out 8 all.
Maybe whether it was a funny bounce off,
Yeah,
off the racket or off the floor, maybe.
Yeah.
But it didn't come off his racket like he was expecting then.
Too low, 8 all.
Of course, both these men won tournaments before.
Yeah.
Leandro knows.
How to finish it.
He knows how to finish, exactly.
How to win the tournament.
Usually he's doing it in a tough game. It's not very often he wins 3 love.
Yeah, yeah.
Even so, it's 3 love in an hour, even if he wants to win. He doesn't do 30-minute matches, as he said to me yesterday. He only knows how to win big.
Once again, very tight back and forth.
And really well adjusted there to get his body out of the way to play
And one is I think for court service.
Leandro again just looks absolutely unbothered by it all. He looks like he just walked out there for the warm-up.
It's pretty amazing how he never gets tired. I mean, artist doesn't seem to be tired. Yeah.
Especially for the opponent.
Yeah.
Obviously, Juan knows him well.
Yeah.
Will know that that's
anyway,
a factor of Leandro's game as well.
He's now 2 points away from this qualifying spot for the World Championships.
Merci.
Absolutely huge.
And as you mentioned, huge for Argentinian squash as well.
Sans applaudissements.
It's now or never
9-8.
Vargas if he is to stay in this match.
Big rally mat here. 8-9.
It's a crucial time.
Yeah.
Both players sense the importance of this point.
Yeah.
Neither player really anywhere near the tin.
Yeah, a lot of margin for everyone. Except him.
As I say that.
Yeah.
But a great recovery lob from Leandro.
Yeah,
He's
once
back
again.
in front
Yeah,
again.
Reuil. Absolutely amazing rally, Martin.
The crowd have been treated to some
Yeah.
incredible spot this afternoon. President of the French Federation's here as well.
Yes, Julien Muller has arrived today at the venue.
He, along with the rest of the crowd here at
Absolute
Reuil, really enjoying
This rally has been going on for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe 3.
We had exactly the same thought there.
It's like a mini match ball for Normandie, this one.
Yeah, you would think if he wins this, then
Yeah. What a shot! He can fist pump. He knows how big this one was.
How big that was,
After
yeah.
like a 3-minute rally.
Again, just goes to collect.
Best rally of the match, Matt, so definitely.
And
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
9-all.
All four corners.
Yeah.
Seen by both players. And again, we're level in this third game at 9-all.
Yeah. Almost reaching the 1 hour mark. The games.
2 points for Leandro to win the title. 2 points for Juan to send this into a fourth game.
Now,
What a costly error.
Such a poor error
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
10-9 game
Poor error. It
balls.
was nowhere near the top of the tin. It was middle, if not bottom of the tin there.
And for the first time, Leandro looks a bit worried now.
Maybe, yeah. But Juan has a game ball.
Yeah.
First time in the match. This to extend it into a fourth as we go past the hour mark.
Yeah, it's now.
That happened.
Oh, and he's done it with an incredible boast into
This
the-
match is not over, Matt, so
Vargas.
Juan Camilo Vargas is back
Reuil leads
to 1.
2 games to 1.
We'll be back for the fourth game in a few minutes. So we are back in Val de Reuil for the men's finals of the PSA Val de Reuil Normandie 2022, and we have a match on our hands now with Juan Camilo Vargas from Colombia coming back from Toul of Dern after an exceptional third game, which he took 11-9 thanks to some cracking winning shots towards the end. It's really hard to predict now what's going to happen with Reuil for the first time looking a bit worried. It will be really interesting to see how the beginning of the game goes, Matt.
Yeah, very much so. You think Leandro's going to try and come out and do a really big push here after losing that third game. You'd think he's still physically the fitter of the two, and he's probably got more left in the tank. But if Juan is able to hit some shots like he did at the end of the last game,
he wasn't.
it could be go to 5 here, which would be a treat for the ground
Yeah.
here at this venue. A great venue it is as well. For the first time PSA has been here. We get the fourth game up and running.
Actually, it's the first PSA in Normandie, I think, in history, so definitely a great event for the region.
And with the weather, it's been like
Yeah.
it has been. It's been a pleasure to be here, that's for sure.
It's good to hear, Matt. Anyway, back to the match with an error from Leandro.
One love.
He looks a little bit worried for the first time.
Yeah, it looks just a bit of a hand on the head
Yeah,
there. Maybe just
yeah,
needs to calm himself down,
Yeah.
control any possible nerves or worries. Maybe that got to him in that third game. maybe the thought of the World Championships.
Yeah, possibly.
Down.
And
Yeah, that's the one.
back
love.
drop's been his area as well in this match, and all through the week really. But just a couple of early errors, and Juan's going to look at that, especially as how quickly they came. The quicker,
Yeah, some good signs for Juan.
yeah,
Yeah.
the quicker the better for
Yeah,
Juan,
yeah.
really. Yeah. Especially as we're nearly at 65 minutes now. Oh, that's a
Lovely
shot.
flicking. Yeah.
3-love. 3-love.
3 quick points from the Colombian. Exactly the start he would have wanted.
Down. And out, 1-3.
So yesterday Juan was also 2 games down. As you mentioned before, it was not a long match, so we can't really compare, semi-finals with finals.
Yeah, but it still takes something, no matter how it is, to
mentally,
come back from
Down
2 games
4-1.
down.
Yeah.
And I mean, it looks like he's well on the way to doing this at the start of this his 4th game, 4 points, and 3 of those have been tins from Leandro
shots,
Emilio. But
And
of
now
course, as I say
2-4.
that, he fires one straight into the cross-court, Nick.
It's actually his first attempt at this shot in this match, and it pays off.
Good to see as well in the crowd. There's a lot of kids, a lot of children watching. Hopefully, this can inspire the next generation.
Yeah, I think that was one of the goals of the organizers, to inspire kids
Down.
to watch like top-level squash.
Hand out, 5-2.
And of course, you've got the likes of Camille and Greg who are at the top for French squash. What's it like in the junior section with the French
I mean,
at the moment?
it's not the best players we have, but we have some good players, And 2 of them will be playing in the European under 19 in a few weeks.
Good event to look forward to
Yeah,
for all juniors around on the continent.
Yeah, the French team will be hoping to get like a medal in the European team.
Talk to Romiglio. Hand
Stroke
out,
there
3-5.
for Leandro given by the referee. He's just pulled it back to within 2.
Yeah.
He's trying to calm himself down here. Try and control the match from that middle point of the tee.
Well shot from Juan.
Vicious.
Yeah.
Vicious cut on that ball.
Hand out, 6-3.
Juan seems to have found a second wind as such.
Yeah.
Down.
And right.
Hand
Just when
out,
you said that,
4-6.
I might just stop talking. It's just,
It's quite typical. Yeah. Anyway, still a 6-4 up in this game.
yeah, he's still in control of this at the moment.
Yeah.
Incredible retreat
Yeah.
from the Argentinian.
And he's back in Reuil.
Pace has just gone up a notch.
Shut up.
Lovely drop.
And there it is, that backhand drop again. This time it's worked.
5-6.
A very, very physical rally, and
box.
Juan is going for a towel break.
6-5.
Yep.
Emilio within a single point. course, we were 6-6 in the last game as well. And then 9-all, of course. It's been very close, really, throughout the match.
Yeah.
The scoreline suggests slightly different for the opening
Yeah,
two
but I mean,
games, but
look at the duration, 69 minutes.
again, that probably comes from both players actually knowing each other's game so well. We knew we were in for a long match, let's be honest.
Shut up, thank you.
And once again, a good pick from one.
And out
Yeah,
7-5.
Yeah,
The post from Emilio was just too high and gave the Colombian enough time to get his feet underneath that ball, and again it was a lovely flick, great finish from where he was. 7-5, 70 minutes into this contest, this men's final at the Normandie.
Down.
Good boss from Reuil.
And out 6-7.
Just can't seem to get away, can
Yeah.
he? Just
He's
every
been,
time he gets a few points in front,
he's been on top for the whole game, but never more than 2 points. So.
Emilio just seems to pick him back up.
Stroke to Vargas. Stroke to Vargas.
Just
Yeah.
hit the join of the front wall, didn't it? And just caused that ball.
And
to-
out
And once
8-6.
again, Vargas, builds a 2-point win.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been, as I said, consistently in front throughout this fourth game. But it's at this part of the game where it really matters now.
Down.
Yeah, fist pump from Vargas. He knows finally gets
9-6.
a 3-point lead in this game.
Crucial as well.
Yeah.
3 points in front, only 2 needed to send it into a fifth and deciding game here in this men's final. So Reuil off the serve, going for the cross-court net. It's not a shot he's played much in
Not
this
really.
final. That
What a
was
volley,
so-
lovely. Yeah.
That was gorgeous from the Argentinian.
Yeah.
And
Showing
out
he still has
7-9.
quality. Vargas has to be careful not to give him too many opportunities here.
Lovely shot from Vargas on the forehand side, which takes him to 10-7 up.
And
He's
out
got 2 game
10-7
balls
game
towards
ball.
the match, but we could be in for a 5th game.
Yeah, honestly, he's deserved to come back as well.
Yeah.
He really has played well in the last couple of games.
Well shot.
Well, well, we just mentioned that.
Yeah.
Emilio
And
hasn't
out
gone for that
8-10
cross-court
game
net
ball.
much, but
Yeah.
twice he's gone for it off the backhand, off the serve, and twice
Yeah, it's better.
it's rolled off the
Yeah.
side wall. Powerful serve as
Yeah.
well from the Argentinian. Trying to take his fence off with the ball there. It seems to be a bit more from the Argentinian there.
Yeah, yeah.
Really trying to push it.
Down.
But he puts it in the tin.
And
we're
there you
going
go.
to a fourth.
We'll be having the
11-8.
5th game in
Game
this
to
final
Vargas, 2 games all.
between Vargas and Reuil. are back in Val de Reuil for the men's final, and we'll have a fifth game between Juan Camilo Vargas from Colombia and Leandro Romiglio from Argentina. So Matt, this will definitely be the last game of the tournament.
Well, yes, but who knows how long it will go on for. We've hit 75 minutes now in this contest, as Leandro changed it into a third shirt.
Yep.
We mentioned at the start how both players, so obviously Juan started in a white shirt as well, so that's changed around, so it's Vargas in the black and Remilio in the white and blue, of course, of his native Argentina.
Yeah, whereas one is playing with a club shirt.
Yeah, of course. Of course, one Leandro could wear as well.
Yeah, because
playing for the same club.
Squash Club Squash in Prague.
Yep, along with the likes of Robert Downer.
Yep, and two other pro players.
Yep, along with Gregory Gauthier, of course.
Yep.
French general himself. Who is apparently still an animal in training despite being 38, 39 years of age.
Even though he's quit the PSA Tour, he's still in training.
Yeah.
And really competitive.
Will he? Is there a chance he'll play for the French at the European teams?
I cannot say it's too early for that.
We'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
I know, because obviously I think he was in the team for the men's world teams, wasn't he?
Playing the world, yeah.
Yes. Of course, that event unfortunately was cancelled in Malaysia.
Yeah, I think the French Federation is meant to unveil the squad pretty soon, so we'll know soon.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it would be great to see him again on court, of course.
Of course. I mean, everyone was so happy he came back, and there was obviously that incredible celebration dance in New York when he beat Omar Mossad. And a big roar. And talking of roars, that was one from Vargas there after taking the second point. And he's 2 points up again, as he was through the majority of that fourth game.
So Matt, it just shows, you know, how squash match is never over, because Leandro looked in control of this one.
He really did. He really did look in control at the start of, at the end of the second game, and going 2-love up. But Juan has been able to just sort of hunker down and be able to.
Him,
yeah, without doubt, he's been able to find, as I mentioned in the fourth game, a second wind of sorts. And, he now looks the stronger of the two players at the moment.
He doesn't.
But we know that Remilio has the physicality to make this. He could try and make this in the longest game of the match so far.
He could if he wanted to, yeah. Good point.
Of course, both players know that, you know, there isn't another match after this. This is it. So they can exactly, they can expend all of their energy. They don't need to try and keep some back. You know, we had 2 games in a day. On Friday here.
Like a really long day.
Yeah.
Everybody.
For everybody involved, yeah. Players, referees, ourselves.
Yeah.
But we've all managed to come through. And here we are enjoying an absolute treat of a final between Juan Camilo Vargas and Leandro Remilio.
Good shot from Vargas. Once again, a good back and drop.
And that movement just looked a little bit laboured into that front, into that front left corner.
Free love.
Vargas just seems to be on top again now. Of course, leading for the first time in the match. Great work from both players here. just maybe a lack of effort showed to
4
try
love.
and get to that ball. He just seemed to stop on Vargas's back there, and it's a 4-point lead. Vargas repaying the favour of trying to take Reuil's head off this time with the serve. We saw that in the 4th game. But yeah, Leandro, we said at the start if this went long that he'd be the one that would be the favourite. As always. That's a nice volley drop. And there's the error from Vargas.
And out
Yes,
1-4.
a glimpse of hope for Reuil here.
Exactly, yeah. Just taking a moment again to regroup. Towel break, as we mentioned earlier, it's very warm. Very warm on court today. As we overtake the 80-minute mark. 2 games in this, lasting more than 20 minutes in this contest so far. But it's been a really exciting match and an entertaining match as well.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Very few errors.
Very few decisions. Really high quality squash from both players. And there's a decision as I say it.
Yes, let.
This could have been a stroker, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
Juan
let.
obviously believing that he could have got to that ball. Leandro
Yes,
believing
let,
that the ball was too good. So we'll go down the middle and call it a let and play the point again.
This could be a lifeline for Leandro here because he was not looking great at the fall of the arm.
Yeah, Juan just needs to not let that get to him, that decision there. Obviously there was a bit of a drop of the racket and hands on the face. Just needs to be a bit straight to that drive from Emilio on the backhand line. Just bounced into the middle a bit too much. Lovely shot from Leandro, but Juan stayed in it.
Now.
Oh, until then.
Yeah, all the pressure actually paid off from Emilio.
Yeah, it's going back to how it was in the opening 2 games of the contest, with Leandro being the one on top for the majority of the rallies and making Vargas do all the work, really.
So Matt, the last time they played it went through 5 games, last 2 times. So
yeah, that
so
was
once again,
that was at the I think it was the Asante Wealth Management Carter Classic. That was just before the tour's suspension due to the COVID outbreak. So it's been a couple of years since they've played, but obviously they'll, like as we keep saying, that they train together. I'm sure they've had plenty of 5 gamers in practice as well. And even if they don't go to 5, I'm sure Greg probably makes them play 5 games anyway with some of his training sessions. Oh, lovely shot.
What a volley from Emilio on the forehand side for once. And he's back at 3-4.
3-4.
Game.
Yeah, we've had 8 minutes already.
Yeah, only 7 points.
Yeah, we mentioned how it could get a bit longer this game, and that seems to be the case right now.
Romiglio makes an
And
error
out.
on the
5-3.
Yeah, it's poor. That's been his go-to area to score points in this match. It's just a poor one. Probably possibly a tired swing from the Argentinian. Leisure centre post there from Juan. Oh, he's fallen over as well.
But he's back up.
He's done very well to get up. Wouldn't be surprised if the court cleaners come on after this one, just after that slip. But again, it's as if nothing's happened, and we're back to just a simple rally again. It's
pretty amazing how quickly he came back up.
Great straightening there as well from an awkward angle. Yeah, it's as if they've just started this match. They've just, this, neither player. But I mean, we mentioned Vargas. Looks like he's picked it up and had a second win. Remilio maybe he's sort of hit the same. Maybe it could be adrenaline pushing them through, but they know what's at stake.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, there is a huge bonus besides the title on the way, which is of course the spot for the World Championships in Cairo in May. And that would mean a lot for the winner, of course.
Court service, please.
There you go. Court service comes on. Obviously, Vargas went down during that point. Another 2-minute or so rally. There's been several of those so far. Both players get a moment to just regroup. We are going to go well over the 90-minute mark in this one, as we expected. But as you keep saying, it's been a high-quality affair. Really has.
So 5-3, Vargas to serve. Right box.
So after this much needed break for the players, it's not like 5-3 for one Camilo Vargas.
Stroke to Romiglio.
Yeah, just couldn't get that second bounce before the service line. And Emilio again looks to have.
He was in trouble in this rally, but he managed to.
He was in trouble in the game as well.
Yeah.
But he looks to have.
Yeah, he's definitely
picked himself up again. Yeah. Just a reminder again that England's Katie Mallett took the women's title earlier on after an incredible performance against Spain's Marta Dominguez Fernandez. Yeah, the number 3 seed. Not number 7 seed Mallett beating both top seed in Reuil earlier on in the competition, and then of course beating number 3 seed Fernandez today. She did a great run of form. Of course, made the final in Odense.
Stroke to Romiglio. Stroke to Romiglio.
Made the final here as well, taking the title.
I suppose she will make the top 100 on this next one.
I would assume so after those 2 performances, very much so.
Yeah.
Another stroke for Emilio, and as we hit the 90-minute mark, there is nothing.
5-all.
PJ would love this. PJ would love this. There's nothing between them. 2-all, 5-all, as you say. It's essentially just a race to 6 points now, which sounds much easier. But when you think they've got 90 minutes already in their legs, plus 3-4 of the matches this week. It's going to be a tough last 5 or 10 minutes here.
Just shows how fit these players are.
Oh, without doubt.
And how much they're training week in week out.
Of course, as you mentioned it earlier, you know, Leandro played French League. It's not just PSA tournaments that they play in, they play leagues and exhibitions all around the world.
Actually, Vargas also played French League with Annecy, which was a Greg's team. Yeah. Yeah. His first match for Annecy last weekend.
With Greg again, I'm sure he was training very hard.
Yeah.
Or he was told to, at least, by the French general. Again, we mentioned it several times, but these two know each other's games so well. And you can see both players just sort of starting to read again what their opponent is trying to do here. Nice little pirouette there from Juan to get out of the way.
Yeah, according to Robert Downers, are both really good dancers. So.
We saw that last night at the little function that the club had as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure Robert himself would be very proud of his own moves. That's a great length from Leo, but
Good defense from Juan.
Not once, twice, but 3 times. Vargas not happy with that decision.
Warning, Mr. Vargas, for abuse of official. 6-5, rack box.
Good
6-5 now, after the stroke given to Remilio.
Yeah, he was 5-2 or 5-3 down.
Yeah.
2 minutes ago.
6-5.
And we are 92 minutes of play now.
Now,
As that stroke just got
7-5.
into the head of the Colombian.
Romilio is back on top after looking in trouble a few minutes ago.
But he was in this position in the 3rd game, and of course Vargas came back not only to win that, but to then win the 4th as well.
out.
And that's out of court.
Thank you.
Remilio called it
And out.
himself.
6-7.
Good to see that at this very late stage as well.
Yeah.
Flick from the Colombian, but Remilio
Yeah,
alive to it, just a bit high on the front wall from Vargas. But again, we're into another lengthy exchange. Pace just goes up again from Leandro.
Unleashing.
Poor ball.
Yeah.
No net.
Attempted the cross-court nick, didn't come off.
And Matt, we are now 2-all, 7-all.
7-all, left box.
Mentioned PJ again. PJ would be loving this. 2-all, 7-all.
I mean, it's just impossible to predict what is going to win this one. Stage.
Yeah, without doubt. You would have expected, well, at 2-love up, of course, you would have thought Leo was in the driving seat. But Juan has fought back admirably and played some incredible squash to get to this point.
Yeah, definitely.
And whoever takes this title from here is a very well-deserved winner. Both players will certainly need some rest before their next event.
Yes, let's 7-all. Yes, let's 7-all. Now, your swing was affected but not prevented. Yeah, your swing was. It was not prevented,
more
but
decisions,
affected.
in this business.
Yeah, I think as Reuil Gingell, obviously the Welsh referee, would say affected, not prevented there, and that's why it's a yes let. I won't trouble anyone with the accent. But yeah, Reuil obviously affected, not prevented, hence why it was a let and not a stroke there. So we remain at 7-all. because there hasn't been many decisions. It's been a very fair match. The two have moved around each other very well.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, good dancers, the pair of them, and they've shown that fleet of foot throughout this match. It's a lovely shot.
Down.
Two lovely backhand drops there from Reuil, and it's the second one that does the damage.
Yeah, his go-to shot in this match.
Yep.
Hand out,
And it's
8-7.
now 8-7.
Just for the viewers, the score is actually
Not up.
8-7.
Thank you. Not up. Hand out,
we are back on
8-all.
Yeah.
Just a slight technical issue. Had enough of them this week.
Yeah.
Hand out. Hand out, 9-8.
So Reuil moved to 9-8, 2 points away from the title match. What a shot from Vargas at a crucial time as well. He really went for it.
And there we go, 2-all, 9-all.
My God.
Hand out,
We are essentially from now into a tiebreak,
What
aren't
a
we?
treat. Yeah.
Gone past the 20-minute mark in this game, and it has become the longest game of this contest.
So who's going to go for it first?
That's not one to call.
Yeah.
We've been wrong several times already so far in this match. Again, just nice play up this backhand wall.
Yeah.
Both players able to keep it very tight to the side wall. Good straightening as well.
Yeah.
But again, as we say, as we've seen already in this match so many times, it's just reset and the rally becomes even longer.
Yeah, just slowing down the pace.
So just a gentle pace.
Yeah.
Pace that all of us
Mixing up,
amateurs could play at, I think.
And this is once again the monster of a rally. And of course, really important at 9-all in the fifth. Absolutely crucial.
And a lot of it has been controlled, just up and down this backhand line.
Yeah.
Both players are trying to bring it back. Incredible recovery from Vargas twice there.
And we start again.
Start again indeed, yeah.
Yes, let.
Oh my God.
All of that for a yes let.
Bravo, guys. Amazing.
That was the last thing either of them wanted to hear
9-all.
at that point was yes let. 99 minutes now. We're going to hit 3 figures here. And what a way to end this tournament it has been as well.
Yeah, what a treat.
Crowd which has been full from the off. Really getting... Well, it's not been a waste of their time, put it that way.
Yeah,
It's been an incredible
Yeah, it's been
afternoon
great,
of squash. As you mentioned, following on from the women's match earlier, which was high quality between 2 young players who are going to fly up the world rankings.
Yeah. Definitely some people to watch in the next month.
Yeah.
Marta Dominguez and Reuil.
Of course, these two more experienced, they've made their way on tour over the last few years. Leandro, 4 years older than Juan. Again,
Another backhand drop.
And a good dot from Vargas.
And again, the rally's reset.
One drop.
I think he got that. Vargas is a feeling, but I do think he got,
at the end of the
yeah.
rally.
I do feel he got that.
Yeah.
And again, we're back to just up and down the backhand wall again. That's been the pattern of this match, hasn't it?
It's been like a really tight work from both players.
Yeah. And then as soon as the opportunity's been there, both have they've not been worried about trying to take it in short. They've both gone for it. Just an increase in the pace here from the Argentinian. A pair of them
And
move,
there's a monster of a rally match here in the final.
and the pair of them still showing that they can move around each other though. That's proven again there. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah.
What a shot that
What
is
a
from
shot.
Leandro Remilio. And he will have match ball for the first time after 102 minutes.
There we go.
We said it was going to be long. I don't think either of us thought it was going to be
No,
this long.
No chance. Anyway,
The
as you
first,
say-
And
the
out,
first match ball of
10-9
the
match
contest.
ball.
And it falls to the Argentinian, who will probably be thinking he should have had this done about 40 minutes ago. But we're quite glad he didn't after this.
10-9. Match ball to Reuil.
And again, of course, not just for the title, but for a spot at the World Championships in May.
Yeah. So that's a big point in both of the areas, obviously.
Yeah. Possibly the biggest point.
Yeah.
Still after all this time, great feet from Vargas to get back.
Stroke to Remilio.
And it ends on a stroke.
Yeah.
And Leandro Remilio, after an incredible final,
What a match.
11-9.
what a match.
Match to
Remilio takes the title,
Against
103 minutes.
11-5.
And the good friends embrace.
11-7.
What a match, and it will be,
11.
Argentina will be
8-11.
represented at the World
11-9.
Championships in Cairo. What a match for
You
crowd.
can see how much it means to him.
Yeah,
Yeah. It will be his first time in the main draw of the World Champs.
and the crowd truly appreciating that contest.
I mean, really credit to both players, Matt.
Yeah.
Just, you know, gave us a great final.
Yeah,
And it's been a great event.
and two great finals.
Yeah, yeah.
Two great finals
Yeah.
today. Congratulations again to England's Katie Mallif,
Yeah.
and of course just winning there in 103 minutes. Argentina's Leandro Remilio. What a day of squash it's been.
Yeah. So we'll be back in a few minutes for the prize ceremony here in Val
premier PSA Challenger Tour en Normandie, qualification pour le championnat du monde, je crois que c'est une première de mémoire. Voilà, donc on va être très rapide. Finaliste du tournoi, Martha Reuil. Les vainqueurs du Challenger Tour 2022 à Reuil, Normandie,
And thank you for the shuttles every day. Taking us to and from the club has been really helpful. It's very busy, so yeah, I really appreciate that. And thank you to the Marcus, Nicholas, Jan and Jimmy for tough matches to Mark. But yeah, really appreciate that. And thanks to my sponsors, Dunlop, and thanks to my coach, Rob Bowden. And thanks to my mum for coming with me to be able to give his mum, And thank you very much, really appreciate it.
Qualifié à remercier tout le monde, les bénévoles, les organisations, également les arbitres pour leur travail au projet de tournoi, et aussi un merci à la mère qui m'a encouragé de réussir à la Reuil. Et pour info, la maman de Cathy a fait la Reuil Ballon sur le milieu. Ok, on va pas. On va revenir un peu dans la mesure protocolaire. Vous côté un peu. Madame la Dame de sport, s'il vous plaît.
Déjà, on me dit que c'est la fête.
Donc moi je vais commencer parce que personne ne veut commencer. Excusez-moi, l'émotion va prendre le dessus, vous savez très bien. Le squash c'est mon cœur, et mon cœur c'est ma ville. J'ai déposé mon sac en 87, je suis rentré à la Ligue en 88, et aujourd'hui sur ce PSA, j'annonce à tout le monde que je quitte la Ligue. Tout simplement, pour pas qu'il y ait de mots, c'est que pour des raisons de santé, je vais être obligé de prendre un peu de temps pour moi. Et je vais quitter ce monde de la région. Julien Muller, le président de la Fédération française, vous fait l'honneur d'être là pour mon départ. Je souhaite que c'est super. Merci à tous.
Mais au-delà de ça, vous avez vu, on a encore un week-end de sportif. sur cette compétition, et puis c'est tant mieux. À côté, il y a la Ligue de Normandie de l'athlé. Alors, il y a plein de jeunes qui font aussi un gros concours qui est important pour eux. Enfin, la vie reprend, j'ai envie de le dire comme ça. J'ai envie de dire que la pandémie, j'espère qu'elle va être derrière nous. On va retrouver l'effervescence dans nos clubs. Alors, on l'a aujourd'hui, mais je vois qu'il y a du monde aujourd'hui. Ça, c'est important pour pouvoir soutenir à la fois les présidents et les sportifs. Encore bravo au club d'avoir organisé ça. C'était du haut vol et du haut niveau. Bravo les gars. Vous remarquerez que je suis la seule qui vient. J'aurais pas dit,
Le représentant de la PSA, professionnel de l'association, Mathieu, traduit par le groupe.
Yeah, so just first of all, we're more than happy to come to an event like this, you know, a smaller event and one of the fun event it's been. So I just want to say thanks to everyone here for making it a great event. Thanks to all the crowd and of course to all the players and who put on such a great show this week. So thank you very much.
Et donc, je remercie vraiment toute l'organisation. Les gagnants publics étaient vraiment présents pendant 4 jours. Il y a évidemment les joueurs qui ont vraiment fait un spectacle formidable à tout le monde pendant 4 jours.
Bon, simplement, au nom de la fédération, déjà, moi, je suis remercié par la PSA de permettre l'organisation de ce type d'événement ici. Félicitations évidemment aux joueurs, parce que des matchs de haut volée, mais c'est vrai que c'est agréable. Je découvre les installations, j'avais jamais eu l'occasion de venir, plus dans l'Est d'habitude, donc bravo la ville, parce que c'est une installation vraiment de haute qualité et ça fait plaisir de découvrir ça et de pouvoir organiser des événements comme ça ici, donc on est fiers, félicitations à vous. Et puis évidemment félicitations à tous les bénévoles qui ont œuvré, enfin nous tous, qui étaient là depuis plusieurs jours, depuis plusieurs semaines même, parce que ça se prépare en amont. Et effectivement, j'ai pris la voiture ce matin, je tenais à être là pour témoigner en tout cas auprès d'un bénévole particulier, notamment Patrick, que vous connaissez très bien. Tout l'engagement au fil des années, on a besoin de militants qui œuvrent pour le sport et pour le squash. Donc voilà, je tenais vraiment à être là, ça fait plaisir en tout cas d'avoir partagé quelques années de squash, notamment les dernières, de plus en plus. Et félicitations à toi pour tout l'engagement, que ce soit ici à la Ligue et indirectement pour le développement du sport et du squash. Donc félicitations à toi et à toi. Enfin, vraiment bravo.
Tout a été dit, en tout cas. Non, juste les arbitres. Oui, voilà, c'est ce que j'allais faire. Je voulais remercier tous les bénévoles, toutes les personnes qui ont œuvré pour mettre en place tout cet événement. C'est un gros travail évidemment. Je voulais remercier aussi les arbitres, Christopher qui était à la vidéo, Jérôme qui était à la com, Nathalie qui était aux photos, et surtout aussi merci à vous d'être venus. Merci aussi aux joueurs qui ont participé ce matin et hier au tournoi régional. Et je tenais aussi à remercier tous les joueurs et joueuses qui nous ont fait des matchs complètement fous et d'une gentillesse extrême. Pour vous dire, c'est qu'hier soir, les deux finalistes que vous avez vus jouer étaient avec nous hier soir à la soirée et ils ont dansé et chanté avec nous. C'est pour vous dire un peu l'humanité du jour. Et je vais casser un petit peu le protocole parce qu'il y a quelque chose qui me fait à cœur. J'ai dit tu peux venir, s'il te plaît. Je vous présente Jennifer Corigliano, pour ceux qui ne la connaissent pas. Et nous avons eu l'honneur de pouvoir nommer le pro numéro 2 au nom de son fils, qui nous a quittés il y a un an et demi. Julie, je te laisse faire un petit mot.
Ah, ben, c'est super. Merci pour cet honneur. Moi, je suis ravie d'avoir vu de nouveau des joueurs hyper. Le squash, c'est, comme disait Pat, c'est toute notre vie, toute notre famille, et Val de Reuil en particulier, que j'ai vu ouvrir il y a un peu plus de 10 ans maintenant. 2007, j'étais toute jeune. Et Enzo est là avec vous tous les jours maintenant. C'est super de voir qu'il continue à briller dans le cœur des gens. Et je ne dirai jamais son squash sur ce tour numéro 2. Merci.
Je suis là depuis, et je crois que la première fois que j'ai venu sur ce territoire, la ligne n'était pas construite encore, des années. Ouais. Voilà, mais moi, ça va pas se faire sans les partenaires. Il ne faut pas les oublier, qu'elles soient sponsors, soit mécènes. On a vu les premiers, évidemment, avec la mise à disposition des infrastructures, les subventions que nous avons, et la mise à disposition du personnel qui sont tout le temps au top. C'est des gens qui sont dans l'ombre. Il y a un de leurs principaux responsables qui est là. Voilà, un certain responsable du président du club aussi, de l'époque. Et tous les partenaires de Suicide, Julien qui est là, et les autres qui sont venus au cocktail vendredi soir. Voilà. Et si on ne les avait pas, et les autres membres de l'association, ça ferait que ce sont des bons partenaires. Tout ce qu'on fait, de cœur, on ne peut pas faire. Donc merci à eux, parce que si vous n'êtes pas là, on ne pourrait pas le faire. Je le répète, je commence à devenir un peu. Donc voilà. Merci à tous. Donc on va remettre les trophées du masculin.
Oh bah oui.
Alors, pour cette édition 2022 du Challenge Tour PSA, qualificatif pour les championnats du monde, finaliste, Monsieur Juan Camilo Barra. Et vainqueur de cette édition 2022 qualificatif Challenge Tour PSA, Monsieur Leandro Reuil.
First of all, I want to thank all of you and I want to thank all of the people during the finals and during the week. The organization was amazing, driving us to the club, to the club and to the hotel whenever we want. We felt at home. And the second is like a strange and mixed emotions because with one we are very close friends, we were sharing rooms, lunch, dinner, even the bed because it was a bit closer. And then we have to quite short in this kind of things, but I'm sure he's going to have
Donc Léandro a remercié évidemment pour une fois cette organisation, notamment par rapport aux adeptes qui ont vraiment été efficaces pour aller jouer dans tel club tous les jours. Et également évidemment le public. Et il a dit un mot, apparemment il a un sentiment un peu mitigé par rapport à ça. Il a battu un ami à lui, donc Juan. Ils ont partagé la chambre cette semaine, avec apparemment des lits assez proches. Du coup, c'est voilà.
Tu te vas bien, reste à la
par rapport à ça.
I wish he's going to have another chance.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to do it. So all the best for him. I don't know. Thank you very much, and see you probably next week. Thank you.
Il a juste compris en disant qu'il faisait bonne chance à Rouen par rapport au tournoi Vermut, qui est également très qualitatif pour les mondiaux. On va le suivre, ce sera dans quelques semaines.
Thanks for all the stuff. It was really enjoyable tournament, and a lot of attention. Usually we don't get in a 5K tournament, massage, lunch, ride.
Encore une fois, merci vraiment tout le tournoi par rapport à tout ce qui était mis en place autour du tournoi. Donc pour un signe de l'art, c'est vraiment assez inhabituel. Donc c'est des kinés, des masseurs, etc. Donc voilà, c'est vraiment très élève dans le tournoi.
Congrats to that. I think we put up a good show. I hope so. I won't be able to move for a week. But, I mean, it hurts to lose, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt because it was a really good match and we both gave it all we had. So, so thanks. It was a great crowd, and hopefully the tournament will grow, and next year we can come back to a bigger tournament and more places.
Bravo à Léo pour sa victoire, c'est vraiment un match, j'espère vous a plu, il a dit 1h43 de jeu, c'est quand même assez monstrueux. Et il est un peu déçu, mais bon, de l'autre côté, il décide bien faire un match, donc voilà. Et j'espère que l'événement va éventuellement grandir dans les années à venir pour revenir et pour un grand portfolio.
Deux petites choses à finir. On a le résultat du tournoi régional. Donc, vainqueur du tournoi régional, enfin finaliste du tournoi régional, il va avoir du mal à monter sur la marche. Laurent Barbois. Les vainqueurs du tournoi régional, il est au tablet, il se fort.
J'ai pu gagner de coupe depuis mes 10 ans, quoi. Je suis content.
Avant que tout le monde reparte, j'aimerais que tous les bénévoles pour participer à l'organisation viennent sur le podium qu'on fasse une photo de groupe. C'est l'image de notre structure. Avec ou sans t-shirt, on s'en fout, tous ceux qu'on connaît, venez. Allez, les bénévoles, Mike, Christophe, Thierry, Bélis, Madame Instagram. Julien, on peut te mettre avec nous. Matt. Léo. intéressé par la région aussi, donc faut pas oublier notre région, même si je suis le président et ex-futur ancien. Merci.
Yeah.